Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're finding yourself. It's Leonilda. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you are a returning subscriber. So today we are going to delve into the topic of witchcraft. When you go on a lot of people's YouTube channels, you hear that in Uganda, Nigeria, Kenya, people testifying about witchcraft cases or scenarios happening at their houses and so forth. And I'm yet to really come across a Namibian channel speaking about it. Today I'm just going to share a story of one of my colleagues, someone I know, that shared this. And it was quite interesting. So this guy is from the northern part of Namibia. He's actually from Kavango region. And when he was young, he said that when he was 16, he had a friend. And that friend of his was probably 19. And in the northern part of Namibia, sometimes, not always, I don't know why, but then people sometimes tend to start school a bit late, and then you find yourself 19, 20, 21, and you're still in grade 10, grade 9, and so forth. So this guy, the one that told me the story, was 16. He was in grade 9, I think. Yes, he was in grade 9, and the friend was 19 years old, and he was in grade 10. So there was a time that, let's call him Peter. Peter is the one that told me the story. So there was a time that Peter went to school, and when he went to school, his friend, let's call him John, his friend John told her that last night I saw you and your sister. You guys were sitting around the bonfire, playing around the fire, and with your sister at night. And then Peter was like, but yeah, we were playing, my sister and I were playing around the fire, but then how did you know that we were sitting around the bonfire at night? And then he said, I just saw you. I was on a tree somewhere. And then he was like, no, not on a tree. He said, we passed by with my grandmother. We were heading somewhere, and then I just saw you guys playing around the fire. But then tomorrow, when I pass by, I'll come tell you at school what you were doing, or something like that. And then he said, okay, just let me know. The following day, Peter went to school. I think the friend came that night also. He passed by. Ignore my chicken, please. We have chickens at home. So the friend with the grandmother again passed by Peter's house. And then I think that time Peter was doing something else. And then John, the following day, said that, okay, yesterday at night, you were doing this and this and this again in your yard. I don't know now what, I forgot what he said. And then Peter was like, yeah, but that's true. But how did you happen to get to know all this? It's at night. And then the friend said, no, we normally do this with my grandmother. Just go around, flying around, not just walking, but flying around. And then they can even go sit at a certain tree and then just monitor what people in the villages are doing and so forth. And I think John, Peter's friend, was now being trained on how to do this, on how to fly, on how to actually do witchcraft. And that's it's quite interesting. When Peter was telling me the story, I just got reminded of so many incidents that we've heard, not in Namibia, but then in other countries. When you look at, or when you watch videos of apparently people actually being seen at someone's house. It also happened here in Okanja, where I live, where a lady flew, we don't know how, but then using spiritual powers, and then she was found in someone's yard early in the morning and so forth. So it's really, witchcraft is everywhere. And for us, it's just for us to really protect ourselves, especially if you're a believer. The only protection that you have from witchcraft is through the word of God, when you read the word, because there's no other protection that you can protect yourself from those people that fly at night. Imagine someone flying at night just to monitor what people are doing. And this guy John was obviously told by the grandma not to say these things, because these are secretive things that other people are not supposed to know. But then unfortunately he told the friend that, oh no, I saw you last night, you guys were doing this and this and this. And it was actually awkward, because imagine you are at your house, you guys are busy with conversations, maybe secretive things, and there's someone monitoring you that you guys are not even able to see with your physical eyes. That's why it's very important for us to really just put on the armor of God, as Apostle Paul mentioned in Ephesians. Let me just read for you Ephesians 6 verse 10 to 18. So the armor of God: finally, brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the devil has a lot of wiles, guys. The devil has a lot of tactics, and if we do not put on this armor, we will really indeed, things will happen to you. So, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, those powers that people are using to fly at night, against spiritual, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. And those wickedness is what maybe the grandma of John was using to also train John on how to do certain things. Because sometimes you're just at your house, probably discussing with your family about certain situations, certain issues, and then later you hear this thing from someone else, and then you'll actually think that it's the people of the house that took whatever you guys discussed to other people. But then no, it's not. It's maybe someone that flew and astro projected without you guys knowing, and then probably that person will just be standing where you are and then listening. Because imagine these guys, Peter's family. Peter was just around the bonfire with the sister and maybe the household people, and there were people that were monitoring them. Why? We don't know why. So we should really be very careful. And then Apostle Paul, again continued saying, stand therefore, having girded your waist with truth. And these are things that will protect you from these spiritual powers. Truth. Having put on the breastplate of righteousness. Righteousness is also another, it's part of the armor. It will also keep you from, those diabolic people that want to do so many different things upon people. And having shod your feet with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, with which you will be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked one, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. And remember, this word is a sword. And if you do not know this word, there is no way you are going to win a battle if you do not have a sword. You cannot go to war and think that you are going to win the war with no weapons. So it's very important for us to meditate on the word of God. Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, being watchful to this end with all perseverance and supplication for all things. And in as much as you pray for yourself, also remember other believers, because this fight, the spiritual fight that we are in, it's not just about you yourself. You also have friends, you also have church members, you also have other people that are also fighting the same battles. It's not just you. So in as much as you are praying for yourself, in as much as you are praying for your family, also remember other believers, and remember to meditate on the word of God, because there is nothing that the enemy can do if you have your whole armor on. People can astral project, people can fly around your house, they can do all kinds of things. But then when the armor of God, when you have the armor of God, there's nothing any demon, there's nothing any witch, there's nothing the devil is able to do. And remember, to always pray. Remember to read your word. Remember to do the right thing. Remember to be truthful, to live a righteous life. Because sometimes we are one foot in, one foot out as believers. You find believers that yesterday you claim to be born again, tomorrow you are something else, and other people out there, those that are not even believers, will actually not even know where you are standing. So it's very important for us to take the stand, that stand of wanting to say, or it's very important for us to just take the stand of faith and say that, okay, I'm going to follow the Lord. I'm not going to be one foot in, one foot out. And these things happen because sometimes we think that no, witchcraft is just maybe in Nigeria, it's just in Uganda. Because I feel like we as Namibians, our witchcraft is so subtle, it's so hidden that sometimes we think that there's no witchcraft happening in your communities, in your country, or so forth, but it is there. Imagine someone flying around the territory, around the village, monitoring what people are doing at their houses. That's how deep the witchcraft in Namibia is also. But remember to put your armor, the whole armor of God, everything that's stated here. That's your only form of protection, the word of God. You giving your life to Christ also, because without Christ, we are not protected. Without Christ, we are not protected. Without the word, we are not protected. So this is our armor, this is our sword, and you can never go in battle without your sword. You can never go in battle without your weapon. Even if someone astral projects to your house, or even if something comes to your house, something demonic, something spiritual, how are you going to fight this if you do not have your sword? And the only way to have your sword is to read it. Because I can have my Bible here, but then if I don't know the content inside, then it's just a book that's there. Yeah, so that's just a short story of someone describing to me what or how they actually experienced someone flying around their house. So did something also like that happen to you? If you have a story, just put it under the comment section, and then so that I can also just read your stories. So remember to put on your armor and stay safe. Bye.